Hello, fellow YouTubers. This is Bill McFadden, and in part 3 of the 23 brass libraries, we left off with Tundra, or we completed Tundra. Now we'll take a look at Albion 1 and the patches, brass patches in Albion 1. So here we have the interface, and as you see, they're spread out into brass high, brass mid, brass low. So let's take a look at brass high. So there's your brass high. Here's our brass mid. So in our brass mid, looks like we go down to C2. And up to C5. In brass low, we get a little lower down to B flat 1. So it has a nice tone to it, the brass in Albion 1, and could be very useful. So let's take a look at the next library, Albion 3. And this is a specialty library. That's why we didn't have the Q play for Albion 3. So the two patches we'll look at are brass low and brutish brass, which are basically the only two brass packages in the Albion 3. So let's choose this articulation, the first one, which is a short, and they are low brass, so I guess we get about as high as C4. But you get all the way down to C1. Here's a long patch. And then we have long nasty, which there we go, wasn't loaded. And then we have a legato patch. Then a rip. So here's some of the special effects. And then we have a rip up. And then here's an effect 1. So as you see, we have lots of different effects. An effects 4. Sort of a bend to it. So some nice special brass effects. Let's take a look at the next patch, which is the brutish brass. And we have we'll start with a short. Then they have a long. Long nasty. And the higher velocity, the more of that effect you get. Then we have a short octave. And a long octave. Really nice sound, really nice brassy sound. And then we have long octave. Actually, we just looked at that. Long nasty octave. And then moving along from Albion 3, we'll take a look at Cinebrass. Now, one thing about Cinebrass is you have to have, for long patches, you have to have the sustain pedal down. So here's which is different than all the other brass libraries that I've seen. So right now, it's defaulting to a short patch. So this is the trumpet's articulation. Now, if I put down the sustain pedal, you get legato. And if you lift it up, you get the short. The next patch we have is the horn, 6 horns. So I'm basically using the sustain pedal. When I let up on it, I get the shorts. Then the next patch we have is the trombone ensemble. Followed by the tuba plus bass trombone. So nice sounding brass for sure. And then we have the Project Sam's Orchestral Brass Classic. Project Sam's been out there for a long time, and they originally started with amazing sounding patches, and they've continued to do so. So it's a very high quality library in general. It's been around for a while. So the first patch we'll look at is the trumpet. And you have these various patches, sustain, which is volume is triggered by the mod wheel here. Or actually, it is. And then here it's more velocity sensitive. However, the mod wheel has no effect. So when I move to the sustain DXF, it's controlled by the mod wheel. Actually, there's a little message on top which tells you controlled by mod wheel. Here we have a mod wheel alternate version. Expressivo. Crescendo slow. And the mod wheel doesn't seem to maybe there's a slight variation when the mod wheel up and down. Here's the fast crescendo. Mod wheel up. Mod wheel down. And the next patch we have is the French horn section. So it goes down to D2. Then we have the sustain controlled by the mod wheel. So again, very high quality brass patches. Then we have the stopped. And Expressivo. Crescendo. So there's mod wheel down. Mod wheel up, we definitely hear a difference there. Glissando. So a nice effect there. And then with the mod wheel up, it sustains the note after the glissando. With the mod wheel down, it cuts it off. So nice use of the mod wheel there. The next patch we have is the trombone section, starting with the sustain velocity sensitive. If I play lightly, velocity. Then you have the sustain mod wheel controlled. Actually, let's control click that, or command click it. Diminuendo. Muted. Looks like it goes down to E2. And then crescendo slow. Crescendo fast. Crescendo filter or flutter. So some nice special effects in that patch as well. Then we have Cimbasso solo. I've primarily been working on the ensemble patches, but this is one of the other brass patches. They do have, it is a dedicated brass library. So we'll just look at the sustain for the sake of time, and then here's the tuba. And then after that, after the Project Sam, then we have Symphobia, which is also by Project Sam. So here is the first patch. It's got the interface up. So here we have a brass ensemble mixed, staccato extra short, marcato, mute sustain, mod wheel gives you dynamics, mute staccato extra short, and then we have the next patch, the 4 brass ensemble mutes. Then we have the mutes sustained, velocity sensitive, mute staccato, mute staccato extra short. Next patch we have is trombones and tubas in octaves. Sustain, that was a sustain patch. Then we have the staccato. Tuba and trombone crescendo. So excellent brass patches. They've stood the test of time. Okay, then we have brass combos, velocity sensitive, horns and bones, marcato. And here we have horns and trumpets sustained, velocity sensitive. Horns and trumpets marcato. Velocity sensitive. And that's it for the Symphobia. And that concludes this segment here. In the next part, we'll get into the remaining 7 in our 23 library comparison. So This is Bill McFadden. If you like this video, please click like. If you wish to subscribe and be notified of upcoming videos in the film scoring genre and also music in general, then please subscribe. So this is Bill McFadden from Tone Pure Music signing off.